Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you might know already, ChatGPT-5 was launched a couple of days ago. So I remember that a while ago, about a year and a half ago, I created a video about making an Android app using ChatGPT. At that time, it was ChatGPT 3.5. I used the free version, so I will be using the free version now to compare ChatGPT 5 with the previous one and see how it holds up, see how better it is after almost a year and a half of progress. I didn't do that with ChatGPT, with GPT-4, but the fifth version should basically get all of the GPTs together into one and choose by itself which one to use based on the prompt. So you don't have to use the one that's meant for coding or for reasoning or whatever. You just use ChatGPT 5 and the model will be chosen in the background. So let's go to the ChatGPT 5 screen, and of course this is my previous video with the prompt that I gave ChatGPT. We'll give the same prompt again and let's see how fast it will do it this time. So one notably difference since last time is that it doesn't jump to the answer straight away. It's thinking, it's clarifying the steps, it's doing some extra work in order to give you the best answer. If I go to this video, you could see that it gives the answer straight away after I press enter. Okay, so now we have our answer, which at the first glance, compared to the previous one, it's way more detailed. It gives more details in how to install the Android Studio. It also takes into account that you might have an Apple Silicon or an Intel-based machine, and so on. I already have Android Studio installed, so we can skip to the next step. Done, everything's clear, or okay, so I should say done. Great. Create your first project in Android Studio, empty to-do app skeleton. Okay, new project. Language, Kotlin. Definitely you should use Kotlin instead of Java. You can also use Java, but Kotlin is more versatile and it's easier actually than Java. And you have more resources to learn Android if you use Kotlin. Okay, minimum SDK, API 21, Lollipop. This is a bit too low, but yeah, let's see. Let's go to Android Studio. So it says empty activity, next. My to-do list with Kotlin. Okay, so the new SDK that Android Studio suggests is API 24, which is Android 7. I will leave it like that. I'm not sure how many Android 7 devices are there in the wild, so definitely not that many Android 5 devices. So I'll just click finish, and I have my main activity.kt. Okay. Okay, I've done a lot of details that GPT is giving me. Yes, importing my to-do list Gradle project, so something is happening here. I have my main activity.kt. Nice. Do you want me to guide you through running this on the Android emulator or on a real Android phone? Next. Yes, on an emulator. Okay, so that's step 3. Open your project in Android Studio. You already done that. Okay, open the AVD Manager, Android Virtual Device Manager. On the top right toolbar, look for a little phone icon or this icon. Or this icon, which icon? Okay, so it should have drawn an icon here, but it didn't. Okay, create a new virtual device. I have one. Choose a system image. I have one. Verify settings and finish. Run the image. In the AVD Manager, click on the green play button. Yeah, I had a. So this is the green, which is not green anymore now. Okay, maybe GPT-5 doesn't have that. It's not up to date with the latest Android Studio UI, which might pose some problems. But okay, let's run the device. Nice, it is booting up. So verify settings and click finish. What you would see, a blank white screen with the title bar. Okay, I skipped some steps. Back to Android Studio, click the run button, green triangle on the top toolbar. In the select deployment target window, select your running emulator device and click OK. Your app will build, install and launch in the emulator. Yeah, so I should click on this run app and hopefully it runs in the first try. So up until now you could have done this just by reading like a couple of lines of tutorials from Google, and this is already some sample code that your Android Studio can generate when you first create the project. So up until now we just basically started the Android Studio and just launched a new project, which is a Hello World project, of course. Okay, I see a blank white screen with the title bar showing your app name. No, I don't see a title bar with showing my app name, but that's fine. This means your empty template app is running perfectly. Okay, let's assume that it's running perfectly, although GPT didn't have this. This is the free version of GPT, so maybe the paid one it's a bit better. I might do a video with the paid one and see if it's a bit better than the free one. When you get this far, reply with emulator. Reply. I'll just say done. Done. Awesome. Step 4. Add a simple to-do list UI. Okay, now let's make your app show a basic to-do list screen with a title and a placeholder list. Follow these steps. Okay, so it's instructing me to create an XML file, which is basically how Android UIs work, or used to work, because now we have a better way of doing it. It's called Compose. So GPT is jumping straight to the XML approach, which is a bit older, but yeah, let's go with it and see how it goes. I'm very curious if GPT-5, the paid version, will go with the newer approach, with a more up-to-date approach than these XML files. But yeah, so I should go into REST layout, activity main in the left panel, yes, and yes, I think I might have already an activity main XML, but yeah, let's see. I usually like to have this as project because it mimics the file system in my Mac. So of course I know this. If I wouldn't have known this, I would have had maybe to ask GPT for more detailed instructions on where do I have to put that file. But it should be here. And as I told you, I already have it. But yeah, I could have seen it here, that I already have it. So where to paste that code? Of course, replace the content inside. Okay, let's skip the step. Don't ask it how, because I don't see where to paste the code. I know I should toggle it from here. Of course, that's an extra step that it should have told me about, but it didn't. I prompted that I have no experience. So at first it gave me detailed info on how to set up Android Studio, how to install it, but now it kind of skips some important details, I might say. So okay, yeah, let's proceed further. Of course, most of the tutorials you see online are about how to create a web app, which is way simpler than that, because you can basically create more or less a simple app in one file, and it can be run within the browser where ChatGPT runs. So it's way easier. That's why, I guess that's why you mostly see people showing how to create web apps in ChatGPT, and of course it's way faster to do that than to create a mobile app. Okay, open main activity, and I will just copy the entire contents. Okay, I see a problem is my to-do app. I name it my to-do list, so I should skip that package, otherwise it won't work. But so that's on me. Okay, and just copying it blindly, run the app. I'm not checking anything. I'm letting ChatGPT handle the entire logic. Run the app, expected results. Your app should show a title, my to-do list, and a list with 4 items underneath. Okay, let's see. Whoa, nice. Nice. So it's not as easy as or as straightforward as creating a web app or a game within the browser, which you can just ask it to create it and then you hit run and it will just run. We have a couple of more files, a couple of more file system. Yeah, the structure of an Android project or a mobile project, it's a bit more complex than a simple web app. Okay, web apps can become more complex, but a simple one is easier to do than an easy Android app. Okay, once you've done this and see the list on your emulator, tell me and we'll move on adding interactive features like adding and removing tasks. Okay, let's go further, but can you give me the entire code in one go and in one file? I'm trying to push it to give me everything in one go, as it would do with the simple web app, and see if this works. Okay, giving this code, what should it do? A title bar, a text, a list showing your task. Tap down next to the task to remove it. A text input and it's a title, a text input to add new tasks, an add button, a list showing the tasks, and a way to remove it. Okay, I will copy everything but the first line because I messed up the naming. Okay, so I see a lot of whoa. Okay, so I see a lot of red over here, and it's because because I didn't read the response. Got it. You want the whole app code in one file to keep it simple. For Android apps, use the UI layout XML and code Kotlin are usually separate files, but I can show you a single Kotlin file using Jetpack Compose. Okay, so now it's switched to Jetpack Compose, which lets you build UI directly in Kotlin. No XML needed. That way everything is in one place. Okay, but did you tell me on how to add these libraries? The Compose library? No, you didn't. The compose words are all red. That means that the compose isn't enabled in your project, of course. Hey, me from the future here. I wanted this video to be recorded in one go and showed entirely, but I ended up recording more than 50 minutes of it, so I will have to fast forward through it because it will be too boring to watch it entirely. And yeah, this should be it. Come on, 48 minutes mark. Let's see. Man, it doesn't seem that the free version of GPT is that much better, especially for mobile development, Android development. Okay, run it, please. Let's make this window bigger. Okay, so buy groceries, walk the dog, done, crash. Nice, it crashes. Okay, let's see at least if we can add some tasks. New task, add. Okay, blah blah, add. Okay, let's see if we can create our own tasks. New task, done. No, it will crash or it does nothing. Okay, it crashes. Let me see if I can fix it. When I delete a task, it crashes. Updated. Yeah, I see where in this scenario an ID with AI can spot the exact line of code I have to change, and it can, I guess it can change it on its own. With the web approach, it's a bit harder to spot where the change needs to be done, especially if you don't know code. So yeah, it's not the best approach. Let's see, new task, and then yes. So after 52 minutes, it worked. We have an app. So that was it, guys. This is ChatGPT 5, the web version, the free version. Is it way better than the 3.5 at coding? Slightly, but I will not use it in this setup for coding projects. I will definitely use a plugin for I don't know, a Visual Studio Code or Cursor or something else. But doing it like this, and even for this simple app which has basically only one file, imagine having a project with hundreds of files. It's technically impossible to use ChatGPT like this to work on your project. You really need to have a plugin that has access to your entire code base and can debug it and apply fixes on the fly. But yeah, I would have expected GPT-5 to work way better than 3.5 even in this web approach, but it seems that it is not. So hope you like it. See you in the next one.